So this is what we're going to be making today. Alright, so how are we going to be doing this? As you can see, I have two layers here. The kick is layered, and this is the kick by itself. And this is the bass layer that we're going to be making. So yeah, nice and gritty. So this layer is comprised of three different 3x oscillators, and the first one I call grit, second one is white noise, and the third one is the sub bass. And so all three of these make up the sound, and the reason I separated all three of them is to get better control of the sound of each one. This is where all the mid and upper highs are coming from. This is a super high, and then this is a super low. So yeah, basically, let's go into the first one. The first one is a rounded saw, or rounded square, and a rounded square. The second two oscillators are 1 octave below, and the volume on the third one is down to about 25%. And that is it for this. And I added it into the mixer, and first I added a wave shaper. When I first learned about like the wave shaper, it's kind of, I don't get how it works or what it does. I just know that when you do this kind of slope, just add a dot up here and add a dot in the middle, it makes it pretty gritty. So I kind of like that. Sorry I can't really be helpful in helping you understand why this works, but it does. And then I added a pretty fast distortion. I changed it to setting B and put the pre at about 2 to 3 o'clock. And then I added a chorus, classic thing that I like to do, and I changed the mix level to about 23%. And then I added a delay to it, and finally an EQ and a limiter for the side chaining. The EQ, I cut off the lows so that I left room for the sub bass. And now the white noise is all white noises, and I have an EQ, cut all the lows and boost the highs, and a limiter for side chaining. And finally sub bass, which is all sines. And I boosted the low bass, cut out all the highs, and added a limiter for side chaining. And each limiter has the same exact side chaining threshold and ratio, so it all bounces at the same rate to the kick. And actually, both these kicks are pretty deep sounding kicks, so I used the ride, like a ride here. This, oops. So yeah, I used this ride to sidechain, which is kind of weird, but it worked better than both these kicks. And so yeah, that is this bass, guys. So it's good for like a lead bass to have like during your drop. But you could mess around with it to make it like not so driven, like I have it right now. So yeah, just like that. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly this, but basically you get the idea that it doesn't have to be just straight driven, and you can make it pretty electro-y, I guess. But yeah, this is the fourth electro bass, I believe. There are more to come. So hopefully this helped. Oh, one last thing I want to go over: how to use layers. It's a good idea to use a layer. That way, you don't have to do the same piano roll in each one of these. So you open up a layer. So I have my layer here, and then whatever I want to layer into this, I just highlight the ones that I want to put into this layer, and then I press Set Children, and then it is all routed to this layer. So when I paste notes in here, it'll play all three of these. As you can see, all three of them are playing. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Hope this helped, and peace.